I don't understand. So to me, it seemed a little counterintuitive. They made them the LA Angels to increase their appeal, make them worth more, increase their fan base. What increases your fan base more than just being California Angels? Now you got the whole state.
Well, the other thing is that calling them the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim is the Angels of Anaheim. So like if you're trying to appeal to the Latin fan base of Southern California, you're basically displaying your ignorance of the culture by calling them that. Yeah. And then also the idea that they would ever eat into the Dodgers market is so crazy. Like there's no way. This is a Dodgers town. It always will be. Like they're better off trying to just capture. They would have been better off trying to go south and try to steal the Padres, whatever fans the Padres have. But now the Padres have ruined that by becoming good. So they're kind of screwed.
Inter Miami also does that. It doesn't make sense. They go by IMCF, but their official name is Club de Football of Miami. Like it's totally backwards. I don't understand why they do that. So you would think there would be some Hispanic people on hand to be like, that doesn't make any grammatical sense.
They're also tied to that stadium through 2029, I think.
Isn't that stadium a dump?
Yeah, it's terrible. And it is the worst thing. The worst way to spend your time in this state is to attend a day game in Anaheim in the summer. Like it's such an unpleasant experience. And I wonder whether the new owners aren't going to buy the team with the idea of moving them somewhere.
Well, that's
down the road.
Well, I want to bring in David Samson, expert in the field, because I was going to ask you and Mike both. The Angels seem ripe for relocation, but I didn't know that tidbit about them being locked into their stadium lease. If Artie Moreno is selling, are people that are looking to relocate, David?
They won't be allowed to. So no, anyone who buys that team in order to get the 23 votes, which is all that matters, the team will stay. And the whole Anaheim name, that was one of the huge fights that Artie Moreno had with baseball. And we would basically MF him during owners' meetings when attendance would be taken. We would purposely call them by their formal Anaheim name, and he would be fuming, and then he just stopped going to owners' meetings because it was so petty. And he did it. The actual reason, I've spoken to him actually about what his story was. Not only did he want the San Diego market and Los Angeles market, that was not his main factor of why he wanted to get rid of Anaheim. He had such a war with Anaheim that he did not want them recognized in any way as part of the team. So he wanted to have total separation and have people know or believe that Anaheim had nothing to do with the Los Angeles Angels.
So why not California Angels? Why Los Angeles?
So that's the same Florida Marlins versus Miami Marlins, right? Isn't it better to call yourself the whole state? And there are studies that are done that show that you have to get better affinity, you want to be associated with a smaller geographic area.
But wasn't the whole thing that the lease agreement included the stipulation that the name Anaheim had to be in the name of the team?
Right. So that was done at a different point. And so what Moreno did is he basically stuck it at the end, but didn't put it on anything official, right? When he was doing releases, when he was doing contracts or doing any sort of media, he would call it the Los Angeles Angels. And then where the lease specified, he'd include of Anaheim. Remember when it was called the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim? Mm-hmm. And then they just got rid of the of Anaheim part.
I didn't realize they got rid of it. Artie Moreno, this is a spectacular failure, right?
Well, you mean buying a team for $180 and selling it for $2.5 billion? Is that the failure part?
I guess that's not how I'm looking at it. I'm just saying, like, he was very serious. He spilled money all over the bar. Like, he was very aggressive and zero results to show for this.
There are people who believe that once the Anaheim Angels sell, that all of a sudden they'll start spending money, and they don't get it. Artie Moreno's been spending money. His payroll is probably in the 180s. They're like, oh, it's going to be like Steve Cohen. It'll be in the 250s, 270s now. It's going to be great. We'll compete with the Dodgers. The problem with them has not been spending money. It's been spending it incorrectly. He's just a disastrous owner. Rob Manfred, I spoke about it Nothing Personal this morning. Rob Manfred's doing the Snoopy dance. They've been trying to get Artie Moreno to sell for a decade, and he's now going to get in a yes vote where Artie has been a no vote on everything, and now the new owner will be a yes vote for Rob. So it's a big power change.